Hi, thanks for watching. So in this video, I'm going to show you how you can get your website onto the top of Google search results so that way you can get all that search volume and all those calls coming directly to your business. So for comparison, I've done a couple searches here for roofing company as well as roof repair, and I've just taken the top search results in each area as well as your own business website, and then I put them all into this tool that I use, and it shows me all the information that Google finds when it crawls your website, and then ranks its strength and trust on a scale of 1 to 100. So just briefly looking at some of the numbers, you can see why these websites are above yours and rating at the top of the page. But let me go into a little bit further detail on what these numbers mean and then how you can improve them. So when Google is looking to determine what order to rank a website in the search result list, it uses two different factors. The first is what's called the authority or trust that it has in your site, which is basically just a popularity contest. Now, this authority is gained when other domains or websites refer back to yours and create a link. Now, just to quickly define that, if, say, the local news station did an article on their website for the top 10 best, say, roofing or contracting companies in your area, and in that article, the reader could click on a link and it would bring them to your website, that would be considered one backlink from one referring domain. Now, there's a lot of different types of websites that can link back to yours, including any kind of posting sites or blog sites, press releases, maybe companies or manufacturers that you work with. However, one very important one is what's called a citation. Now, a citation is any time that your name, address, and phone number appear in an online directory. Those include Yelp, Yellow Pages, Better Business Bureau, things like that. They're all free. It just takes some time to find them, register your business in each and every one, and then input it exactly all the information is shown in Google search. Now, you can see why these websites are being trusted by Google based on the authority transferred from the other websites referring back to them. But it's just something to note here is it's not just a matter of the quantity of these links, it's also the quality. So we need to make sure that they're not coming from spammy websites, they're authoritative websites that Google trusts, and they also have to be relative to the services or the industry that you're in. Now, the second factor for ranking the website is the content on the page. As you can see here, it's not finding any keywords on your page. But if I just go to one of the competitors, just to use it as an example, these are all the keywords and phrases that are being typed into Google search, as well as the volume, the number of times per month they're being searched. So this is where we do some research to find all the highest volume keywords relative to the services that you offer and in the areas that you offer in, and make sure that those are being included and found on your website. So for instance, roofing contractor, Sarasota, Florida, it's being searched 700 times a month. If you were on the first page of Google search, those 700 people will be seeing your website. Google estimates that 10% of total search volume turns into a lead for your business. So you'd be looking at 70 potential new leads every month. Now, depending on what the conversion rate and close rate is for customers that reach out to you, you can see how that many number of leads coming in every month can definitely add up to some revenue at the end of the month and at the end of the year. And that's just for one keyword. We repeat that same process for all the high volume keywords so you can get all that traffic coming into your site and contacting your business. Now, there is a formula that Google uses to find these keywords. So if we take a look at your site here, as far as the layout, I think everything looks really great. All the services and the information that a customer can need is right here at the top of the page. It's very clean layout. The one thing I would suggest up here is instead of just a contact page, we have what's called a call to action button. It's a one click to call, especially a lot of people using mobile format nowadays. So they can just click one button and it'll instantly start dialing or bring up their phone number on their phone. Also, it looks like down here that maybe parts of the website just haven't been finished being set up yet. So I'd probably suggest just finishing that so it looks a little bit more clean and professional. And it's great to have a form submit. I don't know about booking a ride with you, but this is a perfect thing to have. We normally suggest having that somewhere up at the top. So same thing when people load the website, it's one of the first things that they see. So if they want to get some more information, they can easily do it. Now, as far as Google is concerned, it doesn't care about the layout. Being a computer, it's just going to come in and count all the words and text on the page. It's basically looking for a minimum of about 1,500 words on a home page because it assumes that the more information you have, the more of an expert you are, and then the more likely it is to recommend you. Now, while it's counting the words, it's also searching for all those keywords. I have a feeling that most of these are coming up as a picture, and that's why they're not being found on Google search. But any kind of service that you offer and then the area that you offer it in should be prominently displayed and then inside of some text. not just inside of like pictures or drop-down menus. And I have a feeling that's probably what's happening here. Um, this is particularly important, though, why the number of words on the page comes into play, because you're only allowed to have one of these keywords for every 150 words of text on the page. So the more services you want to offer and the more locations you want to be found for, the more content that has to be added on the page so that way you qualify. So now if we take a look at the search results, the first thing that's going to come up is what's called the Google Map Pack. This is actually free to get into. You need to fill out your Google business profile, which is part of the Maps app, so you can do it right from the smartphone nowadays. When doing so, you want to fill out as much information as possible, including the services you offer, the area you offer it in, even your hours of operation. And there are ways to optimize this so that way you come up in the top of this list, because it's fairly important, since these will be the first 3 listings that anybody will see when they search. Your business description usually has about 750 characters that you're allowed. We try to put some keywords in there. Another big part is taking photos that are geolocated and tagged within your service areas, as well as posting onto your Google business profile on a regular basis. Collect as many reviews, and then you want to get as many of those citations, your name, address, and phone number. You want to be listed in more directories than anybody else on this list, so that way Google sees you and just creates a big spiderweb effect. Now, underneath that, this is what we call the organic search results. This is where the more authority or trust that Google has in your site, the higher up on the list you're going to rank. So this is where getting more of those links or referrals from other websites helps you climb and outrank the competition, so you can get to the top, and then you're getting all that traffic and search volume directly to your business. Now, I hope this information is helpful and it shows you how you can scale some of your online presence, but please feel free to reach out if you have any questions or if you'd like to go in any further details. We could talk about some of your goals for the business, and then we can do some research to find out what it would take for you to reach those. I appreciate your time and look forward to speaking with you.